Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Boy, is it a Monday. I cut my finger. I'm not going to flip everyone off, but I cut my finger opening a package. That's annoying. Not as annoying as Kody and Robyn were in this episode, but my goodness. All righty. What an episode this was. Infuriating. I totally understand when people say like they just can't watch the show anymore. It is like that level of maddening. So I get it. But I am so locked in to watching the downfall of Kody and Robyn. I'm like dissecting all the nuance, like the way they say things. I'm so locked in. So for me, I'm like even more invested now. I know, I'm a sadist, apparently. Let me play my little intro and I'll see you guys in about 20 seconds. So here's the thing. It's a good old fashioned, I do have my Diet Coke. So, I mean, the night is not a complete, and I'm here with you lovely people. So, I mean, there are silver linings upon silver linings. We meet up. We have to resume our cliffhanger from episode 8. It's all tense at Coyote Pass. This is a good old fashioned standoff. Oh, masochist. Thank you. Whatever. Oh, I think they talk about sadists on like Criminal Minds. Yeah, I'm not one of those. Not one of those. Nobody clipped that and like put it on TikTok or something. All right. Could this scene have been an email? Absolutely. Am I grateful that production was like, y'all better haul your cookies out to Coyote Pass? Absolutely. I'm here to see it. I only feel bad that like Janelle had to get on a flight and Mary had to make a hours long road trip. But other than that, keep putting these people in situations where they have to interact. People can say they are irritated by Christine and David. That's fine. I thought that the facial scene was funny because it's like, would they probably ever do that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they would. I don't see David as a guy who would get regular facials, but he did for the show. And for that, I'm grateful. So, let me pull up my notes. Oh, let's talk real quick. 2 minutes on special forces. Kody got called creepy to his face, then got, people rightfully pointed out it probably wasn't actually poop water, but the way it was portrayed to him was that it was shit toilet water getting dumped on him. And it sure looked like that to me. But I hear where people are saying that's probably a liability. So let's just say it was Coyote Pass pond water. To see him get called like, this is what you get for being creepy, that is probably the greatest moment of television. And when I come up on Thursday to recall what I'm thankful for, that is certainly going to be on my list. It's going to go, my kids, my husband, Kody getting called creepy. And Kody got beat by a bunch of girls. Like 2 girls won, but 3 girls finished farther than him. So, yeah. Dude, this thing about Robyn supposedly threatening Brianna Chicken Fry, I do not. Okay, so let me clarify my opinion. I do not believe that Robyn actually threatened Brianna Chicken Fry. I think that however Kody said it to Sean, I don't think Sean and Andrew lied. I think that they recounted what Kody told them. I think Kody lied. It's like Kody knows none of these people watch Sister Wives or know Robyn. So he could say, like, my diesel jeans model wife wants to beat your ass. And Sean and Andrew were probably like, oh shit, you know? Now all of them will likely go watch an episode and go, that doesn't track. But yeah, I really enjoyed Special Forces. I think it's a cool concept for a show. I've been following Sean and Andrew talking about their experience, and they really liked, as parents, they didn't want to commit to some sort of reality show that was going to take them away from home for like weeks on end. So this is a short stint. It's 10 days. Like you can get your affairs in order for 10 days. So I really think that we're going to see Kody doing more reality TV because he did say he wanted to like retire Robyn from reality TV. He certainly is not going to be quitting Sister Wives voluntarily. So I do think we're going to see him possibly on like Traders. I could see him doing or something like that. It'll be interesting. Yeah, nobody knew who Kody was, which isn't that just a blow to an ego like Kody's that nobody knew who he was. Yeah, you know what? During his first interrogation, the interrogation where he said he realized he, was the discrepancy with his children. I also think Dancing with the Stars, during that interrogation, he said he was happy to be there. And that aired right after the episode of Sister Wives where Robyn says she was up all night because their kids. And then Kody said, oh yeah, it's the kids come in and out of the room all night. So Kody probably was happy to be there. What I love also to see is that somehow Kody watching himself, we have seen Kody through his Back to the Future DeLorean Doc Brown hairstyle. Kody has had some crazy hair on Sister Wives over the years, but it was Special Forces and seeing what like the real public thinks of his hair that made him go, "Ooh, I should probably cut it." And honestly, his hair is still like, I don't know. It's not all together all that different. It's just like shorter. So it's, man, I think Kody should just either commit to a hair transplant or just commit to going bald. I don't know. Celebrity Big Brother. Yeah. Your kids stopped coming in your room when they were toddlers. So my 2-year-old right now is going through like the world's gnarliest sleep regression. So we're going through it over here. If my like 22-year-old was like not leaving me the fuck alone at night, I feel like, oh my gosh. Like at that point, when you're that age, you go get your parents if there's like blood or someone's not breathing, right? Like that's when you go get your parents in the middle of the night. All right, let's jump into the episode. So this is the Wild West, Wild West. Good old standoff at Coyote Pass. So what I love is, so we all, none of us have forgotten the history between Mary and uh Mary and Janelle. So they are the epitome of the enemy of my enemy is my friend in this scene on Coyote Pass. So they're so grateful to have each other because they would rather interact with each other than interact with Kody and Robyn. But how long is this unlikely alliance going to last? Because Kody is totally setting the stage to throw Janelle all the way under the bus. He is now going to claim that, Mary was stalling, Janelle's getting impatient, and Janelle is trying to backdoor deal to like basically cut Mary out. I have thoughts on that. But that's so Kody just stays sowing division. He doesn't even have to be married to these women, but he does not want these women to get along. It's crazy. So everyone's glad this is finally done. One chapter is closed. There were no highs, there were no buys. Everything was super awkward. I don't know when this meetup was filmed. I'm sure that Reddit will probably know. And I don't know what between this meetup and the last time everyone was all together, how much time had passed. But Robyn, all of a sudden, Robyn is not into girl games. She's no fakeness from Robyn, but Robyn, the ever consummate, just wants everyone to get along. She's not into girl games, so she just ignores everyone. That doesn't really seem like she's all about the family. Kody lets us know that Robyn just reads nuance way differently than apparently everybody, but certainly reads nuance different than Kody. This, you guys, cements my belief that Robyn has totally tricked, manipulated, brainwashed Kody into thinking her way of thinking is like on a higher level than other people. Like when things don't make sense, don't make common sense to people like Kody or the OG3 or his kids, like things Robyn doesn't make sense. It's because they're they're jealous or they're plotting against people. Robyn is immune from any wrongdoing ever. She's not capable. She has convinced Kody that she is actually not capable of being in the wrong. Kody admits, and I was happy to see that he admits that Coyote Pass was a mess from day one. I was actually happy to hear him say that. I think arguably the move to flag, I think that ultimately the family would have probably still fallen. I don't know if Janelle and Mary would have left. I think Christine would have left anyways had they stayed in Vegas, but I think they would have stayed together longer than, Coyote, like moving to Flagstaff was the absolute, like, Kody and Robyn just giving a middle finger to the entire family. We kind of already touched on David and Christine, but Christine tells us in her interview she's heard that Coyote Pass sold. She's just really happy that she has nothing to do with it. She said even if she got like the worst end of the deal, she's glad that she doesn't. Oh, I forgot to turn comments on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Even if she got the short end of the stick, she's just glad she didn't have to play any part in trying to get her fair share. what I assume or suspect happened with Janelle, I think Janelle really wanted / needed the proceeds from Coyote Pass selling to sink straight into Tayeta Farms like right away. So I think Janelle was like really like, I need the money, I need the money, I need the money. Let's go. We've all agreed to this. Let's go. Why isn't this like, we've all agreed to 25%. Why isn't this happening? And I think in Janelle's mind, she always knew she wasn't going to screw Mary over. So fucking sell the property and let's figure it out on the back end. Mary was like, no, like we're not doing that. I don't think I think Janelle's intention was to sell the property as fast as possible. However, she needed to do it. I don't think that Janelle's intention ever was to cut Mary out of like anything more. Like she was never going to tell Mary to be happy with anything less than 25%. That's my that is just my suspicion. And we know because Janelle was saying how her and Kody were the only ones talking about the property. I don't believe that that was for lack of willingness on Mary's part. I think Kody just straight up hates having to talk to Mary. So he just doesn't. I think it's really hard for Mary to get a hold of Kody. So I think Kody way prefers to talk to Janelle. And I think Janelle and him have like an easy rapport usually. And I think Janelle was like, fuck, man, like, how can I like sweet talk this guy into just fucking signing off on the dotted line? And I think Janelle, because this family has existed on taking people at their word for 30 years. They took each other at their word that Kody was married to all of them. You know, they didn't have any kind of legal paperwork saying that. We see, and I'm gonna, because I did read an article about it, but dude, you guys, I know a lot of you follow Notes to Self. That's Melanie. She's the daughter of the current AUB prophet. Her mom just filed I think they filed the lawsuit, but it's just coming out to the public that she's suing the dad, who's the current AUB prophet, because he literally kicked her out of their house and changed the locks. This shit is so common in like these men that fucking abandon their wives feel like they don't owe them anything, and they legally don't. So women that get left in the AUB have to, if they fight for anything, it is like a total fight that they have to do. So it is crazy how closely I told Melanie, I was like, dude, I cannot believe how closely your mom's story like just parallels what's going on Sister Wives right now. And she's like, I know, it's not uncommon at all. That is crazy. Mary and Janelle are so lucky that this is a public family and a public spiritual divorce, because Kody absolutely would not give them 25% for any other reason than he would get eggs thrown at him when people encountered him in public if he really screwed these women over that badly on TV. As it is now that we see Kody and Robyn having to discuss Kody's non-relationship with his kids, their excuses are bullshit. Nobody is buying it. Like I've said before, this season is so unique. There's never going to be another season like season 20, because how Kody and Robyn act in subsequent seasons, they will have had the benefit of seeing how viewers talked about them this season, this first season that they are loud, proud, monogamous, and people fucking hate them. Eggs dropping. Oh, you guys are so funny. That is funny. Yeah, women are expected to live in sacred loneliness. That term, I've never heard that term before watching Sister Wives. That term blew my mind. Like, I get trying to put a positive spin on suffering. Like, you hope that there's like a greater purpose, that, you know, there's better in store for you. You know, when like my grandfather died after 10 years suffering from Alzheimer's. I actually did. Usually I don't find people saying they're in a better place to be very helpful when someone dies, but I actually really appreciated that when my grandfather passed away, because I hoped that was true, because what he went through in his final years of life on earth were miserable. And I hope that he has all the things we have faith in. I hope that that's the case. Obviously, none of us are going to know until we die what's up. I swear, you guys, if I die and God is like, dude, you talked all this shit about Bloomingdale's Heaven to Walmart with you, I'm going to be like, egg on my face. Egg on my face. I just really don't think that 3 wives is the way to go, but that's just me. So yeah, let's see. Can't wait to see him and Robyn send Robyn out to pasture. Yeah, because dude, the wrestling mat scene, he literally told Robyn, I've been having a good day. Don't ruin it. These people are not happily married. Good call out, Beatrice. You would like Walmart Heaven if Bloomies is full of Robins. Good point. I'd like to negotiate, though. Walmart could get a little rambunctious. Everything's, locked away behind glass. I don't want it, or plastic. I don't want to deal with that. Can I negotiate Target Heaven, or even, oh man, they don't even have Mervyn's anymore. I guess Kohl's. But even Kohl's would be filled with Robyn. Robyn is somehow going to co-opt both Kohl's and Bloomie's Heaven. Temu Heaven. Yes. Oh, yes. And Walmart does have her dollies. Yeah, Walmart has a lot of departments. So Robyn would actually probably do well at Walmart Heaven. TJ Maxx all day. Dollar General Heaven. Wish Heaven. I'm loving this game that we're playing. I'm loving it. What I love, I used to think when I was in elementary school. So you know how, like, obviously what people like perceive, what would make my heaven. Y'all already know. Diet Coke, just mainline that, tap it right into my vein. But say you don't like Diet Coke. Why should all of our heavens be the same, right? So you would think, what would your heaven be like? When I was in elementary school, I legit hoped that my heaven would be what the water fountains would dispense chocolate milk. That would be fucking dope. Oh, Australian Kmart Heaven. Oh, okay. Now Costco Heaven would actually be like a good time for me. That would be my husband's version of hell, though. So isn't that funny how people could have vastly different views on what heaven would be like? Oh, man. Does the US have the new Coke Zero Holiday Vanilla? Ooh, I have not seen that, but I will have to pick that up for my husband, because my husband loves Cherry Coke Zero. That's like his That's his Diet Coke. But I'm sure he would love that. So I'll have to. Oh, yes, we have that Coke. Question answered. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So Christine and David get facials. Why can't guys? I get my nails done every other week. The nail salon I go to, one time I went there, it was me and all the other customers were men getting manis and pedis. I love a man that maybe not takes care of themselves to the level that Kody does, because that's obviously a little extreme. But it does gangly, grown out toenails equal manly? Like, clip your toenails. And if someone will clip your toenails for you whilst scrubbing you down and maybe giving you a foot massage, why not? But I didn't love that David said he was worried about dropping his man card. Plenty of manly men get facials, get massages. My brother and his wife have a Massage Envy membership. Or at least they did at one point. I don't know if they still do. But why is self-care girly? So let's hop on over to Parowan. We're at the B&B. It's under renovation. I want to, by the end of this season, I want to get a good tour of the finished product, because I am so terrified that all of the charm and history of this house is being gutted right now. And that makes me really sad. But Mary, this is the B&B is no more B&B. Now Lizzie's Heritage Inn, I don't even know if she's still going to call it that, is going to be an event space. Before the walls get painted and patched up and everything, Mary wants to worthy up all over them. So her and what's her friend's name? Amber. What's her friend's name? I think it was Amber. Anyways, they are writing inspirational words and quotes all over the walls. Oh yeah, Amber. Mary gives Amber an update about what went down at Coyote Pass, and it was weird. It was weird. Mary tells Amber that they all have history together. They should be able to interact. And then Mary talks about potentially dating. And I know in the package for still to come for the second half of the season, we're going to meet Ron and see her date Ron. I still am not over the fact that she effectively erased Amos from history. Like, we don't talk about that. It was never mentioned on the show. I'm not even 100% sure where in the timeline that even fit anymore. I'd have to go back to my videos and like research my own videos, because it's just not talked about. I think that's wild. That is wild. So like, shout out to Amos. Like, never forget. Let's see. Let's pop on over to North Carolina. I do love that Peyton is completely in this scene, but he doesn't say one word during this conversation that Madison has with Janelle. So the kids are playing. Evie is playing restaurant. My kids love to play restaurant. I love that is like a universal. I loved to play restaurant and grocery store myself when I was a kid. I love that some things never change. Janelle is such a shady queen. First of all, I love that at Coyote Pass, she tells Justin she just wants to, take a look at the paperwork because, like, Cody's a shady bitch. Like, we need to check the paperwork. But anyway, so she's sitting here and she tells Evie, I'll take a water, no ice, and bring me a whole lemon that I can cut myself. I was cracking up. I will say this actually surprised me to learn that Kody tips well. You know that if he didn't, that would be all people talked about. So he probably feels coerced, just like he felt coerced into marrying Christine. He probably feels coerced into tipping well. Yes, McKelty has confirmed that they are locked and loaded for season 21. Beyond that, I don't know, but everyone's participating in a season 21, which I'm going to be talking about that in a video this week. It's kind of fucked up, right? Kody said in the Nick Viall podcast that any healing that happens with his kids has to happen off screen, and the TV show affects his relationships with his kids. If you like, and the fact that like obviously like he's choosing the show, he's not only choosing Robyn, but he's choosing the show, he's choosing fame, he's choosing notoriety, because nobody is like, oh my gosh, he's Princess Diana, he's Mother Teresa, we just love Kody Brown. No one is, he's not famous for anything like that. He's famous because he's a villain. And you can tell with McKelty, because she's the only one at this point that is publicly speaking about the show, that's one of the kids. It's so hard to like be mad at your dad and then also have people talking shit about him, because at the end of the day, it's completely one of those things like you can talk shit about your dad, but you don't want to see other people talking shit about your dad. That makes you defensive of your dad. Like we all watched Kody getting kind of singled out and othered on special forces, and a lot of us felt bad. And none of us liked Kody, but we still felt bad, you know, like, because that's just the human condition. So imagine like having all this conflict and dysfunction with your dad and then seeing a whole bunch of people talk shit about him. I do not envy that at all. Let me go back to my notes. Janelle, first of all, Janelle full names Kody this whole season. She calls him Kody Brown, which I just find funny. She is just so happy she no longer has to deal with or think about Kody Brown. And I'm like, okay, nobody told Janelle that he's like the father of her kids. I mean, I know that he's on probably the worst terms with her kids, but like, I think Kody talks to Logan. So it's like, I don't think you're never going to have to think about him again. Plus, like, I don't know. In my opinion, Hunter and Gwen look the most like Kody. So, like, I think when you look at your kids, you're probably going to think about him sometimes. This was interesting. So not a whole lot happened with Christine and David other than them enjoying their spa day. But Christine tells David that her sister told her that she is a terrible monogamist. I was listening to Ace and Caitlin's Shit Talk podcast, and they brought up a really good point. I want to know the context surrounding why that conversation came out, or why that comment from her sister. What was Christine talking about or bitching about where her sister was like, dude, you're like the worst monogamist? And to tell someone they're the worst monogamist or bad at monogamy, that just means you're a bad like wife or girlfriend or whatever. Like, because most people are monogamous. I thought that was a very interesting comment. Oh, I'm sure that this is true. I'm sure that this is true. But I think that he thinks that he's clearly on good terms with Logan. And Logan's Switzerland. I don't think Logan's ever going to publicly bash his father or ice his dad out. I think he's a total like rise above type of person because he's just, I don't know. He's just a better person than me, that's for sure. I love this. Can you imagine Kody meeting up with his Manosphere group after they watched him on Special Forces? Like, you got beat by a bunch of girls? Ew. That means you're a girl. That's probably the logic. It's like, not even like, my daughter's in first grade, and even they are like more evolved than that now. It's no longer like boys drool. You know, they have friends that are boys now. Now we see Janelle head on over to New Orleans with her gal pals. Nobody gave Janelle the memo that the uniform was black tops and jean shorts, because Janelle is just wearing something completely off-brand to her other three friends. But they are going on a food tour. They are eating alligator. They're eating crickets. They're eating other kinds of bugs. Like, I am bitching about my kids and how picky of eaters they are. I would never. Like, I don't like to be the type of person that like turns away in disgust at like food presented to me. So I wouldn't even like put myself in that situation because I don't want to offend anybody. You know, I just wouldn't put myself in that situation. The alligator was in like a sausage form, looked like a hot dog on a stick, and it looked incredibly chewy, but apparently it was spicy. There are restaurants out here in Florida that serve alligator. I've never ordered it. I've never seen anyone order it. And I know that do crickets have protein, or a different kind of bug have protein? But I know that like on Survivor, like people eat bugs like on the regular. So Janelle lets us know none of the sister wives would have been up for bugs. And Janelle drops a little bit of a bombshell. Going on a trip with a bunch of gals banging your husband is different than just going with friends. I'm sure that the seasoning, the spice, the flavor is on point. I would love like New Orleans gumbo. I would die for that. Also, the seafood, like just when they pour it out of the bucket onto like parchment paper. I want to go to one of those. That looks so good. Oh, you've had gator tail. It tastes like chicken. Crickets have a lot of protein. Okay. And double win, you get protein and they stop chirping if you're eating them, right? So my favorite Brown observation, Logan's face proof Christine and Kody are cousins because, my gosh, Logan is Janelle and Christine in one face. That's funny. You know how quickly I would turn vegan if I might not turn vegan, but I probably wouldn't be a meat eater anymore if the options were cricket and alligator. I think I would have to try alligator. And I mean, am I going to starve to death or eat a cricket? I'll probably eat a cricket. But I'm not going to be happy about it. And it better not sully my Diet Coke that I wash it down with. All right. Let us see. Janelle is talking to her friends, and this is just so sad. So she's really excited to start building Untaieta Farm. She's excited to have a house. And she's recounting how, like, just the years with Kody were nothing but chaos. Janelle and Christine both, and Mary too, but really Janelle and Christine both detail constantly how much work it was to be married to Kody. And I like living in that kind of constant chaos is so exhausting. My husband has moved a ton over the years. And when we moved into this house, he literally said, like, bury him in the backyard. He's not moving. It doesn't matter if we win the lottery. We won't, because we don't play the lottery. Like, hopefully we just get our house paid off. So if we ever are like destitute, at least we still have our house. I don't know. But barring us being like removed from the property, like, we're not gonna like move on up, bury him in this house. I cannot imagine what it would be like to just know, like, because of the person you're married to, that there's no stability, no sense of permanence. I don't know if that has clicked for Robyn, that like the house they just moved into, in a couple years, Kody is not going to be able to stand living there anymore for whatever reason. It'll probably be because whatever seasons of drama they come up with, he just can't stand to be in that house anymore. What's really annoying is Kody. So Janelle is saying how Kody turned 50 and then he was just like sick of being a dad because it was aging him prematurely. He was sick of carrying the weight of the whole family. And Janelle brings up, like, Caleb didn't, like, get sick of being a dad. Mitch hasn't like shirked his responsibilities. And Kody comes on and says he gave 110% every time. No, you fucking didn't. Like, oh my God. Like, that's just like a straight up lie. But Kody and Robyn need to have a hard conversation from moving Kody away from a place of blaming. And it's not that Kody is blaming. Like, Kody wants to be the one blaming. Kody doesn't want to be the one being blamed. So Kody ponders maybe therapy. Robyn's face says, sure, as long as I get to pick your therapist. Robyn lets Kody know she's been in a place before where she's been fed up, but she continues to try because that's just kind of the kind of person she is. And it's like, what the hell does that mean? Robyn says that this whole part of the episode was so infuriating. Robyn tells us that there's been hurt feelings, there's been misunderstandings, and the influencing. There's been pretty intense influencing. The only people the OG3 are influencing are people to join their MLM downlines. They're not trying to sour these children against Kody and Robyn. The paranoia is alarming. Christine just says, I'm sick and tired of being blamed for the status of Kody's relationships with any of his kids. Because remember, Christine's also getting blamed for the status of his relationships with Janelle's kids, specifically Maddie. Christine has apparently been in Maddie's ear, turning him against her or against him. Kody says that he has reached out to every one of his children multiple times. Peyton just said not too long ago that he hadn't talked to his dad since Garrison's funeral, but okay. All right. If Kody's kids don't have a relationship, if Kody's kids don't have a relationship with him, it's because they're not reciprocating. Okay. Enough about that. Let's go back over to New Orleans. We got to know, first of all, who knew Janelle is friends with a bunch of comedians? Does Janelle have a height requirement for dating? I mean, Janelle, even roller coasters have height requirements. I'm not going to lie. That did make me laugh. Also, Janelle's future man is not allowed to wear visors, and then production cuts to a montage of all these times Kody was in a visor, and I loved that. Janelle says she wants a man stocky enough to handle life. I'd like for her to expound on that. What does that mean? But this trip to New Orleans has made Janelle see the light. She realizes she needs that spiritual release. And that just blew up Robyn's celestial kingdom. And I love that. Robyn doesn't know how Kody has pulled off getting divorced 3 times as gracefully as he has. I mean, a lesser man would have crumbled under the pressure. Kody relays this quote to Robyn, and this pissed me off too. He said, "The knife of the father is never out of the heart of his children." Kody says so many things where he confirms that he is aware of the circumstance of this situation, but he doesn't care. And that's wild. That's wild. Like, if you could, like, I've seen it with friends and who have not great relationships with their parents. You know, we sit there and we say, like, they just don't know how to parent, or, you know, you make up excuses to, like, placate your friend, to make them feel better, to make them feel like it's not because of them, right? Because it is something internal in whatever shit parent. It's their bad. It's their bad for whatever reason. But it's like we make all these equivocations for why that's the case. But to see and hear Kody, like, understand what viewers are saying, and then, like, literally not course correct. And there, so you can't even say he's just unaware, or he doesn't know, or he has some sort of cognitive disability that Brianna Chicken Fry thinks he has. No, like, this dude is fully in his faculties. He's just a fucking asshole. That's wild. That is wild. And then, like, enter Robyn saying, "Hold my beer. Let me one up Kody on the asshole meter." Because she says, "When I see Kody being rejected by his kids, I see myself." Robyn tells us she looks exactly like her biological father, how she always wanted a relationship with her father, how she was mad that she didn't have a relationship with her father. And it's like, bitch, what did you do to your own kids? Ripped them away from their biological dad. That is crazy. It's crazy. This is madness. This is madness. The episode ends with Kody saying he needs to find himself again because he's lost that good man that Robyn married. And that's going to segue us into the latter half of season 20, where Kody is going to go on this apology tour. And production is already trolling this dude, because Kody is, like, literally sitting there saying words, not words he means. He's just saying words. "I am here to apologize. I am going to give you an apology." Not, "I'm sorry." When he sat down with Christine, he's like, "Oh, you guys are going to want to chuck your beer. Oh, and you're going to love this." And he's just, like, it sounds like a salesman. Oh, man. What an episode. I have a lot of videos that are going to come out. I tripped over my, I actually recorded a video that I was going to put out earlier, but it was all fuzzy, and I could not even make that work. So I have to re-record that. But I tripped over the cable that connects my camera to my monitor. and I had to order a new cable, so I have to wait for that to come, or else I can't see if I ever go fuzzy. And then I just recorded 20 minutes for no reason. It was very sad. All right. Dude, Mary was giving, she was serving in this scene. She is sick of the bullshit. That episode where Kody said to ditch the bitches or whatever that lit a fire in Mary to be like, game on, motherfucker. And I'm here for it. I am so here for it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to have a video out either tomorrow or like for sure Wednesday, because it's Amazon. So it's gonna, my core cable will get here tomorrow. It's just a matter of when. So I did see that Jen is on the couch with Mary for the tell all. I love that for her. I also love that Suki's back. I mean, I don't feel any type of way about Suki as a host. Like, it is what it is. But I thought maybe she like stepped in it a little last season and that Kody would have gotten her fired, because we know he got Tamron Hall fired. So whatever, he probably tried, and this new production company is like, tough shit. Like, you can go. All right. I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.